Yes, because again, you go back to the premise behind this legislation, which is that the U.S. must confront China's unfair economic strategy, and that it has to be done through a series of economic and security tools under the model of reset, prevent, and build. So, what the House Select Committee on Competition with the Chinese Communist Party wants is a reset. This is part of that reset of the U.S.-China relationship. It fits within the prevent. You prevent China from accessing the U.S. market, in particular where the party can have some type of control, and then you build at home as opposed to relying on China. So this is just part and parcel from a broader strategy, and this is going to apply to EVs. It is going to apply, I think, broader renewable sector. It's going to apply certainly into biotech, I think is the sector you want to watch next. So look, the decoupling is really in full force now. I don't think there's a debate you can have whether the U.S. and China want to decouple from the other. It's happening. The question is to what extent and how broad will it be?
Yeah, I was watching all that BGI, all those testimony appearances. It was absolutely crazy, some of the things that were getting said. But just finally, because we're almost flat out of time. So in terms of then what this means for any American business doing business in China right now, I know you've suggested they should be concerned, but what do you foresee happening? Because, have we reached peak Apple? Have we reached peak Nike now? Or is it more, don't just look at the MNCs that are huge, look at anyone that wants to do business from the United States into China right now?
Yeah, you have to look at China in a whole new light. If you're a Chinese company or you're a U.S. company, you see this type of pressure on Chinese ownership into the U.S. You're going to see the reverse pressure both from the U.S. and China in terms of outbound investment restrictions. But at the same time, the U.S. and China want to try and put a floor under the relationship. I don't think it's in either, and both presidents, Biden and Xi, have said they do not want a sharp deterioration in U.S.-China ties. Both will be challenged to manage the increasing U.S. tensions that will come if this bill becomes law. So there are some things that may try and balance the relationship. And then outside of China, it could have implications as well. This isn't going to help U.S. companies in arguing against data localization, for example, across Asia, because the U.S. is now putting national security first, and other countries are going to do the same. So it's not even just a U.S.-China issue. This has broad regional implications for businesses and investors alike.